everybody. Time to introduce you to our new logging in, finding all of your things system. We have now joined PawPartner and we'll be moving away from the system that we have been using. We're very excited because this is so much more user friendly. Of course, we've got some learning curves ahead of us, but I'm doing this video hoping to help the initial sign up process for you guys, and we're always here to help if you need anything, so send questions and such if you need it. But hopefully this will help kind of guide you through these initial setup stuff that we need everyone to do in order to make the rest of the options go live. So you should have been sent a link, possibly twice, in your email box in order to go claim your account and log in and start using things. However, you can also just go to pawpartner.com. Once you go there, you'll log in like any old site. I have my account already claimed, so I have typed in my email address and given a password and said, yes, I want this. I believe if you type in your email address and do the forgot password, it would be a way to also get started. I will put something in the comments or on the screen if that's incorrect. But at this point, I want to walk you through the welcome appointment. I'm putting that in air quotes over here because it is just a digital online appointment, how you will be doing all your reservations for future things, but right now we want you to go do that, so it'll prompt you to fill out some more detailed information for us. So for me, I am actually going to go to my little personal account here, and when I log in, this is going to be the page. I only have one business that I follow, which is me, and so this is what you guys are going to go ahead and be seeing. If you have an invoice open, you will also see a box that says invoices. Anytime that you have a bill, again air quotes, but I'm just going to say due, you'll have that box pop up. Obviously, the way we do our packages, it doesn't necessarily mean that is due this very moment, but that it is a bill that is unpaid on your account. For today, the very first thing we want to mess with is actually just to go make a reservation. So like I said, this is going to be the future of all of our things. So right now when you click make a reservation, it only has one option, training. As we get everyone's info plugged in and we make all the rest of the things live, you'll also see boarding, daycare, which is Montessori school, and grooming, which is going to be our self-wash and nail trims and such. And you never know how much we'll expand that area if we can ever find a groomer. But right now, limited, there's only one choice, training. Click on that. Some additional information is needed. Boom, right there. It's already telling us that your profile needs some things. So I am going to complete this from my details. You can certainly take advantage of your system's autofill if you have it. I'm just going to go through the rigmarole. One thing I did notice when I was messing around with this before is that we're in Wales for some reason. So get on down here to the Utah. Emergency contact. This cannot be you. We already have your number up above. So we need someone who is not you. If we couldn't get a hold of you, who would we message? If for some reason they're call only, no text, just add a little no text information on there, so that way we make sure that we give them a good ring. Save and continue. Now I have two pups plugged in for myself on this personal side. They are some of my sweet past pups. It has missing information on both of these because we're setting this whole thing up. Now when we click on one of the dogs, we're going to see their profile. Here again, it's going to be prompting us to fill in the rest. So our birthdays for these guys, see if I can remember their old birthdays. Something like this. Their weight. Pick a veterinarian. This is your regular veterinarian, not the emergency one. Just who you normally see. If there are any allergy notes, anything to go down here, you can certainly feel free to add that. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually just going to skip over here and do the same thing for my other dog. that way we don't have to worry about this step. And the nice part is once you've done your vet for one dog, for those with multiple dogs, it will pull up. Remembers what you like. Now, okay, so now we've got the yellow bars off of these guys. I'm going to go ahead and click services. Like I was saying, there's only one available thing right now, so it's just there's no options. Click this. In the future, when we go onto this kind of training page and select, you will see more of our lesson options. You will see more of the class options and workshops, and you'll be able to click on those and follow all the rest of the steps that we'll be doing very easily. Right now, we're doing the welcome. And then it's going to say we need to sign things, but apparently I could pick a date first. So I'm going to go ahead and pick anywhere, any of these open ones. This is just a virtual prompting reservation, so I can click wherever the heck I want. In the future, when you're doing like private lessons, it will have specific spots that are available, and you'll only be able to click there. If you try and click here, it's not going to let you. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to click today. Likewise, I have a bazillion little options in here. It does not matter which one you click. Click on the first one you like. Add that to the calendar, and boom, it's right there. Now again, for those with multiple dogs, you can take advantage of this step right here and click on your other dog, follow through, and you can actually add their appointment at the same time. So another time, added, right there. Now if you already have appointments on the calendar, which a lot of our Montessori friends, I'm playing around with the schedule already. So you will see on this calendar your dog already popping up for appointments. That is, there'll be gray boxes instead of yellow boxes. That's going to be your school. That's going to be sleepovers. There are a few people who have their sleepovers plugged in. You'll see those all on here. It won't let you really do much with those, I don't believe. I mean, don't mess with them, even if it did. But just because you see their face on here does not mean you've made the welcome appointment. You need a yellow one in order to do that. Then you're going to scroll down. We are going to add those vaccinations and sign some stuff in order for us to be able to save this. So while it does say optional on the vaccines, please do not ignore them. These are the vaccines that we require. If you have, if your pup has been given a DHLPP, that is going to be what these two first ones here are. Your D is distemper. In the PPs, it's there's like, I think, pneumonia, and the other is parvo. So even if you have had that 5-way, we encourage separations of vaccinations here. So plug the dates in of when that 5-way is due, but keep it separate just so we can kind of keep that conversation open as far as limiting overexposure to some of those things. Rabies is the one that's going to be kept very, very current. So when you plug these into these exact dates, when I go to approve them, I'm actually going to move the expirations on these to very far in our future, so we're not getting a bunch of reminders for the Canine December, because technically that booster is an option, not a requirement, versus rabies needing to have that 1 to 3 year option is a requirement. So just if you see that in there. Those are the ones we need. You do have to upload proof. I do not have proof of these dogs who were in the past, so I'm just going to put a cute picture. I think this picture takes a second to load, so bear with me as it decides to do it. And once it's loaded, we'll hit save. Now we'll sign our contracts. Read through these. You can always go back and click them. It's one of the best parts about the system is everything is kind of right at your fingertips. It is the typical one that we've already had you do, but new signature for everybody. Scribble away digitally. Save and continue. Now here is where, this is why we're making you do this appointment even more, is our initial questions that we've asked you in the past, but we would like to add them to the system. This is the way to do this. So I've actually selected both dogs, so you'll see they're both right here, and that makes it super easy. So I am going to hopefully whip through these pretty quick and show you that it really doesn't take long to get all your details in there. Now this veterinary section, we only have 2 emergency vets right now, Park City Animal Clinic, Dr. Pryor has been amazing in the years we've been here and been able to help. And then Park City Veterinary Center is new up here, and I have heard that they've started their emergency stuff, and I will be making appointments to kind of get with them on that. But 2 options, no other vets are allowed in this section right now. Emergency budget, you have options. You can do nothing. You can tell me you have insurance. You can add no limits. Fill this into your best options. Again, this is something that we hope never to ever use, but by filling in these 2 parts, if something were to happen, we can't get a hold of you, we can't get a hold of your emergency contact, we have permission to take them here, and we know that there is a line in the sand as far as getting assistance if something was to come up. For your feeding, do not put just kibble, please. Add the brand. If you're feeding something, let me know the details of it. For me, I do raw homemade. And then same here. If you don't do anything, don't put anything. If you do, add some details for me. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same darn thing down here. For the most part, several of these are likewise. He was actually a little younger on his. And I actually don't mind if you do PCAC. That's just fine. All right, see, not too long. Save and continue. Your total is going to be 0. This is not a charged appointment. Like I said, it's not even a real appointment. You're not coming in. You're not meeting me for anything. You're just filling out the stuff for me. It's going to submit it as pending, as it will do all of our appointments as we start using this. You will get confirmation sent to you when I approve your appointments. And that little ding on my sound there on the computer was me getting the email notification that said, hey, you've actually submitted these things and Active Canine will get back to you. So you'll see it showing up and pending here. When I go on the business side and approve these will turn to confirmations. You will get a confirmation email. Now when it comes to the finishing touches of actually approving all the pieces, there is a couple more steps that we need from you guys. So if you come over to yourself, add a picture here. So I've already done that, but go ahead and add a cute picture for us so that way we know that it's your account and you can make me happy to have everyone have stuff. Additionally, we're going to go to agreements. There it is. So when we're back on the main page, you can get to this page by clicking on My Business, Agreements, and then we've got the Montessori one. So this is obviously for our Montessori people, so those who are just doing training, you can ignore this step. But for those who are doing school, we have another drop-off pickup routine agreements. You've done this in person, but now we're going digital. Save that piece, and done. So that is all the bits and pieces that we will be needing. I will see your reservations coming in for these appointments, and I will be going through and double checking to make sure we've got all the bits and pieces filled in. Like I said, you'll end up getting either a confirmation email from me that ta-da, you did it all, or hey, can you go fix this piece for me, please? And we'll get you all set up. Once we have at least the majority of the masses going, we will send out an announcement email that the rest of the system is live. Thank you guys so very much for helping us during this transition. We know it kind of takes some time out of your day to get this stuff plugged in, but thankfully it's a one-off, and then this new system is going to save all of us so much time. Thank you again. If you have any questions, reach out.